He offered to keep Junko safe and walk her home. Junko, having no real reason to be afraid of him, agreed. She never made it home, and she never saw the end of Dragonfly. Instead, Hiroshi took her to an abandoned warehouse. He dug through her bag and found a notebook with her address written down. He said his Yakuza friends would kill her and her family if she screamed or tried to run away. Hiroshi took Junko's virginity by force in that warehouse. Then he took her to a seedy motel and violated her again. While she lay there shaking and crying, he called his buddies to brag about it. But after listening to his story, the guys pleaded with him not to let her go. They wanted to join in. So around 3 a.m., Hiroshi met up with Shinji and two other friends, Joe Agura and Yasushi Watanabe, both 17, in a park where they took turns violating Junko. You'd think that would be enough for them. They'd had their twisted fun, now let the girl go. Instead, they decided to keep her. The four boys took Junko to Shinji's house about 15 minutes away from the safety of her own home. Shinji lived with his parents and brother, so he forced Junko to act like his girlfriend whenever his parents were around. But the charade didn't last very long. It's hard to ignore a real-life horror movie playing out in front of you in your own home, but that's exactly what Shinji's parents did. Although later they claimed they were too afraid of the boys' Yakuza connections to put an end to the torture. Meanwhile, Junko's parents were worried sick. She always came home after work, and she never missed an episode of Dragonfly. After searching the route she would have taken home and calling all her friends, her parents called the police 2 days later to report her missing. The boys knew they had to squash this. They forced Junko to call her mom and say she ran away. She was safe at a friend's house but couldn't say where. It took 3 long phone calls to convince Miss Furuta to call off the law. Even though she was surrounded by people, Junko was utterly alone now. The countdown had started on her final 42 days on Earth. 3 days into captivity, Hiroshi invited more friends to come over and take their turn. The boys got high on cough medicine and went upstairs to Shinji's room where Junko was being held hostage. When the door opened, she tried to run away, but the gang tackled her and held a pillow over her face to muffle her screams. As you might expect, Shinji's parents woke up to check on the noise. He told them it was nothing. They went back to bed, knowing damn well their son and his friends were gang raping this poor girl on the other side of the wall. Sources say Junko stared blankly at the ceiling while they brutalized her. The Minato home was a revolving door of gang members coming to have their way with Junko.
Shit.